there's probably not a program in college football the last 3 years that's had an identity shift as much as OU. I
Right.
mean, you guys probably thought of OU entering the SEC all offense and no defense. Well,
Yeah.
last year they were all defense and they were no offense whatsoever. And I'll do you one better than giving my opinion about the defense. I've got a Phil Steele sitting right in front of me, and he has OU's defensive line number one, the best in the SEC. And he's not alone in that.
Right.
David Pollock, former Georgia Bulldog, has said this offseason OU will have the best defensive line in the SEC. Cole Kublik has said OU will have the best defensive line in the SEC. Greg McElroy has said OU will have the best defensive line in the SEC. So it's not just me saying that and touting up the defensive line. There are others across the SEC who are saying it as well. And this is the best D line that you've had easily in over 15 years. The offense will be improved. There's no doubt about that. But it's still a defensive-led football team, led by your defensive line. There are certain things that you need in the SEC to be a big-time team, and you got to, I mean, defensive line's right up there at the top, right? I mean, you guys know. D-line's legit. Linebacker, you lose Danny Stutzman to the NFL. Leadership-wise, I mean, that certainly hurts. He kind of, was really one of those foundational pieces in getting Oklahoma defense back. But Kip Lewis is going to be your main guy at backer. In both of OU's SEC wins last year, and they only had two, but in both of those wins, Kip Lewis had a pick six against Auburn and Alabama. Hopefully, Kip Lewis doesn't have to have a pick six in every SEC game for OU to win, like last year, but he's really good. I think the secondary as a whole is strong. I think that OU's defense will push for one of the better defenses in the conference this year. And they were good last year.
Right.
But I think that they were even better than what kind of meets the eye. And why I say that is, what if they had an offense last year, guys, that actually put themselves in good situations? Because that didn't happen last year. The defense routinely would, we'll get the Tennessee game's a great example. They turn over Nico inside the 5-yard line. Yeah. And OU gives it right back the very next play. They get another interception. OU's offense gives it right back the next play. They're in a big game against Ole Miss on the road. They get a huge turnover at the middle of the field. The OU offense gives the ball right back. Yeah. So every time the defense got a big turnover or got a big stop, they get it back to the offense, and the offense would just give it right back to the other team, Yeah. So they were out on the field a ton. The offense had a ton of 3-and-outs. Like, the point is, the defense was never really in a situation last year to succeed, except for one game. There was one game that was the case, and that was against Alabama, where the offense was able to run the ball and was able to run the clock and was able to stay in front of the chains.